Hi, this is Michelle Wise, and I am discussing autism. Autism is a complex neurodevelopmental disorder that can range from individuals who remain nonverbal their entire lives, or they can be high functioning, highly intelligent individuals. There is a mild form of autism, which is known as Asperger's syndrome, which usually classifies individuals who are higher functioning and have higher intelligence. And it is also said that if Einstein were alive today, that he would probably have been diagnosed with a form of autism because he didn't speak until he was 3 years of age. And as we know, he was a very intelligent individual, but I think he had some social skills and difficulties in that area. And so it is said that he quite possibly would have been diagnosed with a form of autism. Individuals with autism can experience symptoms of social behavior such as poor eye contact, wanting to be on their own or in their own world. They have language barriers, and sometimes they don't speak ever in their life, or it's very late in life when they do become speaking. Um, they also have behavior issues such as repetitive movements. They may not like to be touched, and they could be sensitive to lights and sounds. And actually, since I have been a teacher for 6 years, I have had some experience with students that have had autism and also have been diagnosed with Asperger's, which is the higher functioning, higher intelligence form of autism. Um, and one student does come to mind when I'm thinking about autism. I had a student about 4 years ago who was diagnosed with autism. He was in my ag earth science and my ag biology class. I had him for 2 years, and he was very passionate about plants and in particular succulents. And I had found this out by talking with him and his mom, and so I took that as a perfect opportunity to get him involved with the FFA program and having an SAE where he was raising succulents for a plant sale, and he also entered them into the local county fairs. And so I took that upon myself to get him going, get him established in my greenhouse where he was raising succulents. Um, and then when he in the springtime would sell them to the public. He had a big plant sale. He would also make succulent gardens that he entered into the county fairs. There was numerous times he was best in show with the succulent gardens, and so it just shows that he could, students with autism can be successful and have successful SAEs and be in the FFA program and doing those types of things. He did become very involved, and he still was lacking on the social end of it, didn't like to talk too much, was very short with his words. It was hard to get a conversation out of him, but if you left him alone, let him do his succulents, and it was a routine type thing, he was completely fine and was very successful with that. One struggle for him that comes to mind, other than the social skills, was that he liked to be a perfectionist. And in my classes in general, he wouldn't turn in assignments because he didn't feel like they were done quite to what he wanted them to be. And so he would became falling behind in my class. And so I had to modify my assignments so that he didn't have so much work, and what work that I did give him, he could feel like he was being a perfectionist, get it done to what he liked, and then get that stuff turned in and keep his grade up and not fall behind in my class. Also, this student had a hard time with other female students. He would pick fights with them. I'm not really sure what was behind all that, but I just knew he didn't like other females, and so I had preferential seating for him where he wasn't around any other female students. Whenever we did group assignments, he was never paired up with another female student. He was paired up with other male students that understood his needs and that he got along with really well. And so my suggestion with students that have autism or Asperger's is to discuss with their parents, or even them if they're willing to, and find out what's their passion, what's their interest, because normally students like this do have some type of interest or passion, and go from there. So like I found out with this particular student that he liked plants and he loved succulents. So right there, I just knew I could grow that into a great SAE for that student, have him make a little bit of money, teach him proper growing and raising techniques, and then having him exhibit those at the local county fair. Um, so that's just one way that I can see that you can do this with FFA and SAE projects. Also, just modifying their assignment links. I know that they like to be perfectionists, also more visual type work, hands on. A lot of times they do like to be left alone, or if they have one student in the class that they like or get along with well, you can pair them up together. Um, and also, autistic kids like structure and they like routines. And for an example, with this particular student, he liked his routine where he came into class every day, sat in his same seat, did his morning routine on the board, and then he would go out and work in the greenhouse doing his succulent project, and then come back in and join the class for our regular class discussions. And it was like that every day. If I ever changed it up, it kind of became a problem, so I just kept the same routine, and everything went smooth from there. So routines and structures autistic kids like, and so if you can adjust your class to be like that. Thank you.